Disappearances of Lydia Fountayne, Episode 9. The First Law of Data Dynamics.
Hi, Uncle A. Any luck in Paris?
No, looks like your dad found the entrance to the catacombs. I'm going to try Milan next. Listen, are you at the apartment? I just got a call from the Nest. There's been a security breach. Ethan Rivers is in the building, and they think he's looking for me. Can you make sure the door is locked?
Sure, yeah, I can definitely do that for you. But also...
Hello.
Well, I'd have preferred to have this conversation in person, but congratulations, kid. You found me, more or less. I assume you want something.
Answers.
I charge for those. You can't afford them.
Try me.
Save the bravado. I've seen your bank account. My retainer starts at $100,000.
100? Any chance I could get a friends and family discount?
You're not my friend, and family pays double.
I could expose you.
Yeah? The government can't touch me, and my real enemies already know where I live.
I'm not leaving until I get what I need.
Suit yourself. Maybe we can work out an exchange. Do you have any valuable skills?
I'm a decent programmer.
You got a B+ in first-year computer science essentials at a second-tier liberal arts school, and you're not even officially in the major yet. I've hired interns with better qualifications, and I paid them a lot less than $100K. What else have you got?
I don't know. Nothing, I guess. But I'm gonna do whatever it takes to find Lydia and my family.
Would you sell a kidney?
What?
You're young, decently fit. You could get a good price for it. Maybe not enough for everything you want to know, but it'd be a good start. I can recommend some brokers.
I guess?
God, Uncle A, stop being such a dick. You said yourself, our plan will only work if we can convince Lydia to trust us. Well, here's her best friend in the world offering to help, and all he wants for wages are a few paltry sea crows.
You're siding with him, a complete stranger, over me, your own flesh and blood.
Obviously.
Atta girl, we'll make a Fountayne of you yet. Okay, Rivers, it's a deal. I answer your questions, you risk your life to keep Lydia away from my brother, ruining his life in the process. What do you want to know?
Everything.
Nice, very dramatic delivery. Not helpful under the circumstances, but I bet it felt good to say. Why don't you take a minute and try again?
Can I ask one?
Family pays double.
Put it on my tab. What's in Milan?
There's a link to the Stork Road under the San Lorenzo.
Which one's the stork?
You wouldn't have used it. It's marshy, malarial, impossible to map. It's also exposed to the weather, so my hopes are not high. Rivers, your turn.
How do you know so much about me?
I've had people spying on you since you made contact with Lydia last week. They've been reading your texts, listening to your calls, looking at your photos.
Uncle A runs a private surveillance company. They've been watching Lydia since she surfaced last year.
What do you mean she's surfaced?
We've all known about Lydia since she was born.
My dad used to call her the Lost Fountayne.
Christ, really?
Yeah, whenever we did Thanksgiving, he would make the servants put out an extra place for her.
Wow.
This one time, I screamed, "I wish I were Lydia, then I wouldn't have to be here." He was so pissed. That was the year before I ran away the first time.
I would have loved to see that. Ethan, you must have met my sister, Miranda.
Yeah, tons of times.
Then you know what she's like. But despite that, she did a good job keeping Lydia out of sight and away from Mr. Waiting for Godot over there.
I'd love to know how she did it.
You don't want to live that way. Anyway, it only worked as long as Lydia was at home. Once she left, the clock started ticking. Eventually, somebody in the family was going to notice and try to reclaim her. I figured I'd wait and watch, see who made the first move. In retrospect, I guess at least a couple of the others must have been doing the same. That's my flight. I'll call you from Milan. Until then, Fleur, pay the man his secrets.
Sir, I've finished enlightening Dr. Conrad.
Even in this, the good doctor has made me wait.
It's usually slower when they struggle.
Is it? I don't suppose you've kept notes? No, you wouldn't have. A profitable avenue of inquiry, once the present crisis is resolved. And to that point, Miss Griggs, would you activate our newest lantern?
I haven't connected him to the network yet.
Oh, that's all right. It's only Conrad I need.
I await.
How can I open the eye within the eye? Answer the question.
I cannot.
And why not?
I do not know the answer to the question you have asked.
Oh, then how did you do it?
I do not know the answer to the question you have asked.
3 days ago, you solved a version of the eye within the eye. You must know how to open it. Did you open it?
No.
Then who?
The lock was closed when I went to look for Irvani inside Second Theseus. It was open when I returned. I believe Dee opened it.
Dee? Your pet bird? Dr. Conrad, who is Dee?
A friend of Crow's.
Describe her.
Alert! Lydia Fountayne has been sighted inside the domains. The Foundation is now entering full security lockdown. All leave is cancelled and all Cartesian wells are to be sealed immediately. Personnel without a specific assignment should report to their designated crisis response unit at once. I repeat, drop whatever you are doing and report to your designated crisis response unit. We are entering full lockdown. Security teams Alpha Bravo Charlie, deploy to domain cartographies and prepare to sweep the galleries for a fugitive. Delta team, equip for mountaineering and anti-avian combat, then report to Miss Griggs at the Central Executive for further instruction.
You were working with Uncle Miles for a while, right? He must have told you some stuff about the family.
It was only a couple days, and I don't think we ever got as far as working with him. But yeah, he told us some stuff. Your grandfather invented magic books and made you all stupid rich. Now he's dying, and everyone hates each other.
Word. Grandpa's not dying, though.
He's not?
I mean, he is, but so is everybody. If anything, he's dying slower than the rest of us. Hey, do you want some snacks?
Sure. So why would Miles lie about that?
Dunno, maybe someone gave him bad info. Uncle Miles is a lot of things, but a Machiavellian mastermind he is not. Damn, I thought we had cookies. Do you like guac? There's salsa, but Uncle A always buys the gut-annihilatingly spicy kind.
Yeah, guac's fine.
Help yourself. Oh, is that your phone? Can I see it for a sec? Hey, whichever professional voyeur is listening, can you tell your boss to pick up some girotondis before he leaves Italy? Like 3 big bags. Thank you. They've been listening to you through your phone.
Yeah, I got that. Shouldn't I turn it off before you start spilling all the family secrets?
But then I couldn't use it to order delicious Italian cookies.
I'm serious.
They'll find some other way to listen in if they really want to. You just gotta live your life, accepting that every moment of every day, somebody somewhere might be watching you. It sucks, but you get used to it. And what are you gonna do? Live like a hermit in a cave? they'll still get you eventually. Just look at Aunt Miranda. Are you okay?
Yeah. But no! I don't know, I'm really going through it right now. This is all very different from what I was expecting. Miles made your uncle sound so dangerous.
Uncle A? Huh. I thought Miles liked him.
Do you have other uncles?
So many. Aunts too, of course. Grandpa did not know when to quit, if you know what I mean. And fair play to Miles, they're all pretty dangerous. You can usually trust Uncle A, though, because the only thing he really wants in the whole world is to see my dad suffer.
Your dad's Balthazar?
To our mutual and everlasting regret. No, I see you winding up to ask. Don't do it. We don't have enough time or enough chips for me to do my whole one-woman show about our relationship. If you wish to know more, please consult my extensive discography in which you will find many songs addressing the subject.
You play music? What kind?
You're joking, right?
No.
Your goblin sidekick locked me 5 seconds after we met. She didn't tell you? Oh man, that's great.
Hey, come on, aren't you supposed to give me all the secrets?
Only the family secrets. This one's personal.
Boo.
Where is Dee, by the way?
Good question. I was hoping your uncle would know. They went to Miles's house last night to get Lydia's biography. They were supposed to call afterwards, but...
Nada?
Yep. At first I thought Miles double-crossed us and took Dee hostage, or something like that. But, turns out, he wasn't even there. He was out in Uraniborg getting murdered.
Dude, what? Uncle Miles is dead?
I mean, I think so. I didn't see it, but your Aunt Seraphina hit him with something that made something like a, kind of like a wah ka-chung. And he just drops. Quinn said he looked dead.
You heard it?
Yeah?
Okay, this is super important, so think really carefully. Was it more like a... or more like a... kind of noise?
I only heard it once, but I think it was more like the first one.
Oh, thank God. That's an ST.
An ST?
Some pretentious Norse name. It's like a stun gun, except... You know in movies, dudes are always getting cracked over the head and waking up hours later, no intracranial bleeding or CTE or nothing. An ST is like that, powered by a little Fountayne family magic.
So Miles isn't dead?
I mean, he might be. I wouldn't put it past Seraphina, but I don't think you heard him die. I'm really sorry about Dee, though. We should ask Uncle A. I bet his people know something. And if they don't...
Yeah?
Well, there might be another way. But first, I gotta tell you a story about my grandpa.
Many years ago, I was what now would be called a scientist. My area of interest, both particular and peculiar, lay in the movement of information. That field which is today acknowledged as data dynamics. How comes it that a flirtatious word in the ear of a beautiful woman becomes rumor, is magnified, and in some short days yields dueling and death for the affronted husband? Why should news of a joint stock ventures failing in the uncertain waters off Bombay percolate back to the brokers of London in such a manner that in their trading some men are made rich and others bankrupt? Why, when reading a learned treatise with utmost care, does one retain only those trivial anecdotes by which the author enlivens his arguments? You may call it chance, and be in good company, but it is not chance that makes the apple fall, nor the prism refract. It is not chance that suits the finch to the seed. The caterpillar entering his cocoon does not hazard what he shall be. The good Professor Einstein once wrote that God does not play dice. He was right.
What about, quantum stuff, like probability clouds?
Bah!
Nothing more than the convenient approximations of an incomplete physics. Guesswork to fill the void left by their ignorance of data dynamics. Pardon me, if you are helping yourself to more tea, would you be so kind as to refill my cup as well? My thanks.
Do you have any snacks?
Perhaps you enjoy butterscotches? I keep some in the jar there. In the course of my research, I developed a method to track the movement of information. The first of its kind, I believe. Though the technique was rudimentary, it allowed me to follow the data, as one might say, and thereby to the formulation of the first so-called law of data dynamics.
Information can't be created or destroyed.
Very good. Yes, all progresses from this fundamental principle.
But that's not true, is it? Information gets destroyed all the time. Files get deleted, books get burned. And how can you say information is never created? You were a scientist. You never discovered anything new?
My dear child, you cannot discover that which does not already exist. The mind only processes information, converts it, gives form, and attaches meaning. The information, the data, it is there, inchoate. There are artists who call themselves creators, but what is it they make? Only ideas, nothing more than recombinations of data. As for destruction, data is no material thing, and owes no obedience to the laws of scarcity which have ever shaped our lives. If I give you my name, there is no diminution in my knowledge to match the gain in yours, nor is the information multiplied by your acquisition. If, in my advancing senility, I forget that once upon a time I was called such and such, there is still no destruction, only a dispossession. The data of my name is no greater, be it known to the teeming millions, nor less, though it be no more than the whisper of an echo betwixt moon-scoured stones. This is the principle against scarcity, from which is extrapolated the second of my laws. If we possessed time in abundance, I would show you my apparatus, perform the foundational experiments, resolve the mathematical proofs, but perhaps I can demonstrate another way. Here, you see? Just a bit of paper, some few fibers of cellulose arranged just so. Now, I scribble a few words and... there. You may read it if you like.
It says, my name is Prospero.
Exactly so. By means of this paper, I have passed to you the knowledge of my name. But where in this paper does that knowledge reside?
Well, here, obviously.
In the ink.
I guess.
Here's the ink pot. Examine it thoroughly. Does it contain the knowledge of my name? The ink within it is no more than a solution of pigment, glue, and water. I mix it myself, in this very room, and I give you my word that I did not whisper the secret of my name into the ink when I made it.
No, I mean, it's not the ink itself, but the writing. The words.
I could use different words. Me llamo. Je suis. Watashi no namae wa. Each is only a means, a vector. None are any closer to the knowledge itself than any others. No, you cannot locate the knowledge anywhere within this little scrap of paper, nor can I, or any other man. Yet it is there. A moment ago you did not know my name. Now you do. Something has passed from me to this paper to you. Now, give it back, please. Thank you. And into the flame. I have given it to the candle just as I gave it to you, though the candle has gained no benefit from it. The paper itself is destroyed. I will gather these ashes and make more ink with them, but there will be no trace left in it of the knowledge that we shared today. Yet, it has not been destroyed. It cannot be destroyed. It must go somewhere. Freed of its confines, it will flow along imperceptible courses, like water running in 1,000 rivers, but always toward the sea, until at last it arrives at its destination. Yes, my dear. I see by your eyes you understand. In time, it arrives here. The last sandbar before the endless ocean. The graveyard where all knowledge, all ideas, and all dreams come to rest.
Sarah, what a surprise. What happened to using the dead drop to get in touch?
Have you been in that well lately? The weather's absolutely ruined it.
What a shock. I don't suppose you were expecting that when the library caught fire.
You don't think I had anything to do with that horrible accident, do you?
Of course not. You and I both know I'm the one who sets the libraries alight, remember? Now, what's so urgent you'd risk calling me about it?
I was attacked last night.
Another anarchist with a drone?
It was one of my interns, one of the girls, I'm sure of it. They were following me.
You don't know which one?
Why else would I be calling you?
To hear a few words of sympathy from your beloved big brother. Hurtful. And after all the good times you shared. You have your interns bunking in those stupid Serena apartments. Can't you just check the logs, see who was out at the time?
How'd you know about Serena? Fine, yes. I've already checked Serena, but she says all of the suspects were at home during the attack. She must have been hacked.
Have you considered the possibility it wasn't one of your interns? Even you can be wrong, but fine. Send me your list of suspects and the details of the attack. I'll spin up a team to find your mystery assailant. Don't expect anything for a few days, maybe a week. We're swamped at the moment. As for my fee...
Family pays double. Darling, I can afford it.
Can you?
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
And what has you so busy, dear brother? Working out a way to sneak Lydia past Balthazar's guards and into Father's vault?
I'm no more interested in the contents of the vault than you are.
Are you in Italy?
Only for another 20 minutes. I'll let you know if we find anything about your attacker. Oh, while I've got you, there was one thing I wanted to ask. Have you heard from Miranda lately?
Of course not. Why'd you ask? Have you?
No, it's just something Miles said that's been bugging me.
You've been talking to Miles?
Mostly I've been telling him no. No, you can't have any more money. No, I won't spy on your ex-wife for you.
Poor boy, I feel for him.
Do you? Well, if you say it, then it must be so.
So am I getting this right? Your grandfather was messing around with old-timey science stuff, accidentally discovered a portal to another world, and now your family owns Narnia.
Not a portal like... just a weird crack in a basement wall somewhere. Then stairs down until you get below the moon. It's too small to really call it another world. It's just like... did you ever play Myst?
Ah, no, sorry.
Damn, would have made this way easier. I guess you can think of it as like, if the real world is a big house, then the Fountayne domain is a crawl space between the walls. No, wait, better analogy. It's like an old septic tank in the basement that's been bricked over and forgotten. When I was a kid, the whole family was still living in the upper bits of the tower. 2,000 uncles and aunts and so many little kids. It was pure chaos. Everyone scheming non-stop, Grandpa dragooning us for his experiments.
And how does that help us find Dee?
Oh, right. But when you're down there, you can use the information pouring in from all around the world to do some cool magic tricks. My dad has a machine he calls Moomin, where you plug in a person's true name and it will find them anywhere in the world. Minus a couple of blind spots like the one we're in right now.
Moomin? Like the cartoon character?
No, like Odin's Raven.
What?
After we sneak into Fontaineville and get Lydia away from my dad, you can use the machine to find Dee.
That's where Lydia is?
Yeah, dude, where else would she be? Anyway, the place is actually pretty cool if you ignore all the people. The apartments where I grew up have this antique 19th century vibe. You remember Miles's place? A lot like that, it's très cosy. There's this new section accreting above it that's kind of mid-century modern, if you're more into that. Still too unstable for habitation, though.
I'm sorry, what do you mean by accreting?
Oh, that's the coolest part. Strap in, dude, because you're about to go to Fountayne School. Though I guess, technically, you're already going to Fountayne School.
Am I?
You go to Castillo, right? Sorry, I had Uncle A show me your file after we ran into each other at Cafe Olay. Grandpa bought the college ages ago. His kids kept turning out weird, and he wanted a safe place where all us Fountayne brats could learn how to pass as normal human beings.
Why not just go wherever rich weirdos usually send their kids?
Oh, they tried that, but Aunt Theodora got kicked out of Wesleyan. Besides, like all Fontaynes, Grandpa has 3 great passions in his life. Knowing stuff, lying about stuff, and controlling stuff.
And do you share those passions?
Weren't we talking about accretion?
Sir?
Enter, Victoria. Is there any news from the search?
Security have swept 4 of the upper galleries, but they've seen no sign of Lydia.
Well, tell them to keep going deeper. And Miss Griggs?
Nothing from her team since they entered the Raven Gate, but... Sir, you have a, visitor.
Behold, for mighty and dutiful Crowley bird appears in time's nicking to answer summon call of wise and generous beardman.
In the nick of time? I think not. You delayed so long I began to fear you had abandoned our compact.
Beardman warble voice coming in middle of murder, when crow clans of Moonside gather for vital talk summit. Crucial talk summit. This Crowley had to making excuses, flapping hitherwise and thitherward for diverting of suspicions. Compact offering no value for Crowley bird, if other crows discovering it before time.
The complexities of your petty Corvic kingdom neither interest nor concern me. I am looking for a girl, a human girl, teenaged and said to be a friend of crows. She's called Lydia, but may disguise herself behind the name Dee. Do you know her of whom I speak?
Oh yes. Oh yes, indeed. This Crowley seeing girl thing quarry not long ago.
Magnificent. And do you know where she can be found now?
And what weakling bird does crusty beardman thing stands before him? Finding horrid girl thing is being task of little moment for wise and swift Crowley bird.
Then fly, arrogant beast, to wing! Gather up my servants, who now proceed along the Raven path, and wing on in all haste to seize my wayward niece before she can slip away once more.
Yamande!
Accretion, yes. That is the buzzword for it. Gradual growth, as a sandbar grows grain by grain, or a stalagmite drop by drop. You may imagine the fundamental datum as an infinitesimal particle, not unlike an atom or the bit in a digital computer. I caution that I speak in analogy, and thus what I say is wrong in every particular, useless for practical application, yet true in its broad outline and essential to the education of the uninitiated. These data particles are suspended within and conveyed by a numinous ether, infoplasm, without which data remains inert. This plasm is, allowing as always for the generous vagaries of analogy, not entirely unlike water. It flows, it pools, it disperses. Some places are humid with it, others barren. The plasticity of a mind, its capacity to learn, is only a function of its infoplasmic absorption. And, like water, its flow is not random, but adheres reliably to certain physical laws. It favors certain channels, and by constant use are those channels deepened, bearing more plasm and swifter. Where the infoplasm is thick, knowledge accumulates. Where knowledge grows, infoplasm pools. Thus, salons, libraries, booksellers, universities, even humble newsstands. In nature, too, there are weather-bent trees around whose ancient branches heady streams of infoplasm swirl. Secluded valleys where the air is thick with knowing. And just as water flows toward the sea, though by strange ways and often much diverted, there to deposit its burden of silt before returning, purified, to renew the earth in form of rain, so too does the infoplasm flow always toward its own great ocean, the veil which envelops us. All this is as it should be, and yet there is a distortion, a mistake, perhaps, in our own world's creation. The material is not wholly severed from the ethereal. As our minds, animated by organs of rude flesh, draw and discharge infoplasm, they introduce to its courses not only pure data, but thoughts, ideas, and to each thought some trace of the material world attaches. The quantum is tiny, far less than an atom, but as thoughts accumulate in their countless trillions, so too does the detritus. Oh. Forgive me.
Are you okay?
Only tired. It has been a long time since I had occasion to speak so many words in such short sequence.
We don't need to do this now.
But we do, dear child. We must. You have come to me so late. We can miss no more opportunities. This detritus of thoughts, bearing their material cargo, it pollutes the infoplasm. It is a silt that gathers wheresoever the infoplasm pools, pressing against the veil. When I was a young man, and penniless, I lived for some time with two of my friends in a dreary apartment in the worst neighborhood of Vienna. The plumbing was atrocious, and not a month passed without some pipe bursting somewhere above us. Then the water would filter down through the walls, taking the easiest downward course until it arrived above the ceiling of our rooms. There it would pool until the paint on the ceiling began to bulge like boils waiting the surgeon's lance. When the weight of water grew too great, a tearing sound, the paint gaping, distended, and a rush of water, depositing in our rooms all the foul muck collected during its journey through the walls. Would you bring me some more of my tea, please? Thank you. It is much the same with the infoplasm. When it gathers enough weight, it seeps through the veil to deposit its material cargo in this nether realm, this sandbar. Heavier still, and the veil may be rent entire, leaving wounds through which one may travel between the two realms. Your surface world, and this, my demesne of mind and matter mingled. No more now. I must rest. Pull my furs around me, I beg of you. Oh, that's a good granddaughter. Amuse yourself as you please. Raid my larder or peruse my humble library. A little bird told me of your fondness for books. When I awake, we shall continue. There is still so much to share before you're fit for your purpose. Of mysteries and tricks, the deep wells and their formations, all this and more, so much more.
Oh, wow! The Princess Who Became a Dragon by Seraphina Fountayne, age 9. With illustrations by Miranda Fountayne, age 12. Once there was a princess who lived in a small kingdom on a small island in the middle of a vast ocean. Even though the kingdom was small, just my imagination. Even though the kingdom was small, it was very wealthy and... No.
Bing, door open, and welcome rate, please.
Well, well, well. Look who it is.
Tch! Thought this Kuro would be finding girthing here. Not covering tracks. Not sneak scurry when moon watching.
You feathery jerk. Where have you been? I was really kinda slightly worried about you.
Had to go see murder. This Kuro is... maybe a little pigeon of trouble.
Do you mean a smidgen?
This Kuro maybe needing to do little speech make to, jury.
Wait, are you on trial? Like right now?
He's in recess. A lot of time before verdict. A lot of time for girthing to maybe come to murder. Maybe speech make on this Kuro's behalf.
I don't think I'd be a very good character witness, Kuro. I barely know you. But then again, you did lead me out of the labyrinth when I first arrived. And you guided me to Conrad, so that's something. And I guess you're my wise avatar or whatever. Ooh, okay, I'll do it. I did really want to see what a murder looks like. Just let me write a note first so I don't disappear without warning, like a certain someone.
There is one little other thing.
Oh, I'm so shocked. How uncharacteristic of you to hide something from me until after I've agreed to your plan. Out with it, bird brain.
girthing testimony, maybe carrying more weight at murder trial if Girthing fulfills small crow prophecy and become chosen one first. No, not needing to be whole prophecy. Girthing could just be chosen one little bit proper, or maybe Girthing and Wise Avatar could fake portents of prophecy.
Yeah, fine, whatever. After everything else that's happened, I kind of figured I'd wind up fulfilling a prophecy sooner or later. May as well get it over with. Come on, you can tell me all about your plan on the way.
I said no parties while I'm gone.
I am so sorry, Mr. Fountayne. They assured me you wouldn't mind.
I'm not mad at you, Quinn.
3 people is not a party. At best, it's a conspiracy.
Yeah? Well, 4 is. So stop picking up strays.
Okay, I hear you, and I understand and respect what you are saying, but you said I should try to make new friends. And look, a new friend.
Oh, Rivers, you still there? I had my people look into your family. No luck with Dee, but we did find your parents. Sarah's goons picked them up Saturday afternoon after the crash. She's had them stashed in a safe house in New Palermo under police guard ever since.
Are they okay?
For now. I'll have my guy forward you the details.
So, how's Italy?
Just landed in Athens, actually. San Lorenzo was a total bust. The whole Stork Road is swamped.
Athens? Are you being serious right now? There's no way my dad forgot about the Pythia.
If you have suggestions, I'd love to hear them.
What are you looking for?
An entrance.
There are openings in the Vale all over the world, usually in spots where a lot of books or art were gathered for a long time and then destroyed all at once. Museums, libraries, churches. All that data sitting in one place for a long time stretches the Vale until it's really thin.
It's the destruction that does it. Books trap information, and when you destroy one, it all comes pouring out again. Destroy enough of them at once, and the data flood can punch a new hole straight through to the domains. Unfortunately, my brother has already sealed up most of the ones we know about. I had a few secret routes I liked to use, but the weather's made them too dangerous.
Sorry, what does weather mean in this context?
Data pouring through the Vale. It's usually just a steady drizzle, but I hear it's been weird lately.
I might know of an entrance.
You do?
Lay it on us, dude.
That library that burned down over the weekend. Wouldn't that have created an entrance? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. It's just...
That was the first place we checked. They've already got it sealed and guarded.
Oh.
Good thought, though.
Does it have to be books? Couldn't we just buy a big hard drive and fill it with more data than the biggest library in the world ever held?
No good. Digital stuff doesn't weigh as much as analog.
It's the compression. Computers hold more data than books, but they only draw a tiny fraction of the infoplasm.
Analog weight?
It's the same with pictures. Images have about 1/1000th the infoplasm burden of an equivalent amount of text.
There's also the time element. The longer the data sits there, the less of it you need to punch through the barrier. But the infoplasm burden matters too. You could leave a hard drive sitting in the same spot for a century, and it still wouldn't do much.
We could make a new entrance, bomb the Library of Congress or something.
I'm not going to say no, but let's make that plan C.
I'm still getting caught up on all of this, so maybe I'm off base here, but it should work the other way around, right? More data means you need less time, and if you have enough data, then the time is immaterial?
In theory, sure, but you'd need an astronomical amount of data to do it, way more than a library's worth. It would take weeks just to gather the books.
I'm telling you, the Library of Congress is right there.
But if you had a data center's worth of digital information and a way to make it draw the same weight of, plasma?
Infoplasm.
Right. So, hypothetically, if you had a way to make digital data weigh as much as analog, and you destroyed, say, a data center's worth of info, that would create an entrance?
I I guess, but I don't have the first clue how to increase the data weight like that.
I think Miss Seraphina does. In fact, I think that's exactly what she's doing at that facility in Newburgh.
Well, kids, that sounds like Plan A to me. I'll keep looking for our Plan B just in case you're wrong, and if you're right. Fleur, do you remember how to get into my armory?
Uncle A said we could take whatever we needed, so let's load the fuck up.
When your uncle called this an armory, I was expecting more, guns and fewer, wooden flowers and masks and whatever that thing is.
That's a thistle. There's a needle hidden in the stem. Stick somebody, and it'll scramble the signals in their nerves. Instant paralysis that lasts as long as the needle stays in. Definitely grab some of those.
Cool.
The rule down there is function follows form. So these masks, they disguise you as a specific person. They are really convincing, but they have to be seeded with the target's data in advance. A lock of someone's hair works best.
Like in a fairy tale.
Fairy tale logic will rarely steer you wrong. Don't tell anyone your true name. Don't let the pretty lights lead you off the path. Don't trust any funny talking animals you meet. Don't make bargains you don't understand. Let's see. Uncle A has a good selection of shrouds. I wonder how he got some of my dad's hair. Oh, holy shit. Ethan, you gotta take this one.
Huh. Does it disguise your voice too?
Yep, it's the full package.
Neat! Who do I look like now?
Yourself in a no mask?
Behold, Ethan no Kamachi. Sorry, I should have said. Most of this stuff only works in the domains because of infoplasm density.
Oh, okay. Ooh, should I bring some of these?
Those kill people.
I'll just let you choose.
Hey, Ethan?
Yeah?
I know you're not going to like this, but I think one of us needs to go rescue your parents while the other two look for Lydia. And I think that one needs to be me.
No, we're not splitting the party. We'll all go and get my folks after we find Lydia.
You don't know how long that will take. You heard Mr. Fountayne. They're in danger. What if the cops get desperate and hurt your parents before you get back?
Girl's got a point.
This is exactly how I lost Dee. Besides, we need you to figure out how to work Seraphina's digital analog thingy.
I'll go with you as far as Newburgh, but once you two step through the portal...
Not a portal.
Once you're in, I'll go and see what I can do about your parents. Ethan, look at me. I can handle this. I'll be careful. If it's too risky, I promise I'll back off.
They're my parents. I should be the one to go after them.
Yeah, no. You have to go with Fleur. Say we do find Lydia. What would I say? Hi, you don't know me, but I'm your next-door neighbor's girlfriend, and this is your cousin you've never met. We're here to rescue you. Please, trust us.
But plus you would technically be reneging on your deal with Uncle A, and he takes that stuff super serial.
Okay. Just promise me you won't do anything Dee would do.
I promise.
When murder reconvening, Gerthing must striding nobly into center and declare that she is being fated to free all moonside crows from eternal night prison. Proper?
Kinda grandiose for my taste, but okay.
Then, Gerthing swishing magnificent cape like so. Swish, swish. Is Gerthing watching this Kuro's wing? Swishing like so. Proper?
I don't have a cape.
Chosen one must having special hat or sweeping cape, but is not problem for fretting and fussings of Gerthing. This Kuro already finding perfect cape for Gerthing to wear. Wise Avatar always planning ahead.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think having a cape would help me feel like a real destined hero.
Proper. Now, after swishing cape like so, swish, swish, chosen girl thing was turning to high perch and addressing crow elders with little bow and saying, "Behold, I am the girl thing who brings news of liberation, just as written in foretelling book." Then this Kuro appear from murder crowd with great flapping of wings and squawking of beak to display knife borrowed from horrid salad friend.
Does a knife really count as a tool of liberation? What? Dee?
I'm so glad to see you!
What are you doing here? How did you get here? Is Ethan with you?
Oh, bro, it is such a long story, but in reverse order, no, Ethan should still be back in the real world. I got in through a secret passage in your Uncle Miles' house, but I kind of messed up the steps and was mad lost until the crows found me. And for what I'm doing here, apparently I fulfilled a bunch of weird crow prophecies when I showed up, and now I'm the Crozen one.
The Crozen? Oh! Huh.
It's a pretty sick. They call me the Drill Bringer, and even do my bidding sometimes. Check out the cool hat they gave me. There's supposed to be a cape too, but they haven't been able to find it.
Wow! Wow, what are you supposed to say to somebody when they fulfill a prophecy? Congratulations, I guess. Mazel tov?
Thank you so much. What about you? What have you been up to?
Well, my friend Kuro here brought me to see the murder. He has a very clever plan for me, don't you, Kuro? Would you like to tell the Crozen one all about your very clever plan?
Oh my god, there is clearly some simmering romantic tension here, and I am living for it.
What? Ew.
How could girl things say hurtful, wicked ew about crow for dreams,
Hey, crow thing, don't you think there's something you need to return before you get in even more trouble? Maybe something that goes swish swish?
Maybe this Kuro needing to go do a little errand.
Man, I wish I had a crow sidekick. The Crozen one probably gets a sidekick, right? Do you think they'll just assign me one, or do I need to ask? I'm still figuring out all the rules.
Hey, I know that crow.
Excusing this humble Crowley, but good friend of crows called by name Dee, following this way with stepping foot, is being only little formality for chosen hero.
God, why is there so much bureaucracy? Fine, lead on, little guy. Lydia, come with us. I want to hear all about your adventures. What happened after the crash? We looked everywhere for you. How did you get to Bookworld?
Bookworld?
Because of all the books growing out of the walls.
Oh, aren't they actually mushrooms?
Tomato-shaped mushroom.
Alacrity, chosen one, alacrity. Sooner arriving, sooner we can proceed with murdering.
Yeah. They better not make him my sidekick. Anyway, Shroom World sounds like a magazine for psychedelia enthusiasts, and Mushroom Kingdom's already taken. Plus, isn't this where all the books that bleed ink are born, or written, or bound, or whatever?
Dee, I'm sorry, but I am completely lost.
No, I'm sorry. Something about this place really brings out the goblin in me. It's like when I first started posting on forums.
The place is being here, and the time is being upon us.
What?
Take them! Yes! Take them! No more humans to meddle and grow business!
Go!
Don't let the other one get away.
I've got treachery! Perfidy!
Kuro, help me!
Taste the wrath of Kuro. Fair mighty Kuro who soars like vulture and strikes like hawk.
He's got a knife!
More tangos incoming!
Defend the nest! Protect the chosen one!
Rouse the murder! Call the forest! To win! To beat! To battle!
Beat me!
Run! Run and hide like we sleek it, cowering, timorous mouse beasties. Run from Kuro. Liberation is a thunderbolt on dark wing!
And all your arrogance be as ashes. We have the one that matters. Let the birds keep the other. Sanchez, cover the retreat.
Roger, deploying flashbang!
No! Not again!
Did I tell you I've actually been to your uncle's building before?
Really? Why?
Used to be this grungy nightclub called The Slab in the basement. Dee made me drive them out here every weekend to go to bloatcore shows. You know, back before it really blew up.
No shit. I used to hang out at the Slab all the time.
Yeah? Maybe we saw each other and never realized. Dee and I were actually here the night that Lee Dali recorded the album that got him the Grammy nomination. We had to leave way before he finished, but if you watch the video really closely, you can see the back of my head for a couple seconds around hour 3. That's probably as close as I'll ever get to my own 15 minutes of fame.
Hey man, you never know. I'm realizing now there is one small problem with our plan.
Have a good evening, Miss Fountayne.
Thanks, Ted. You too.
What's the problem?
I really feel like I should have thought of this sooner, but how are we going to get out to Uraniburg? I don't love the idea of riding 3 to a moped.
Sorry, I thought you had a car?
What have I done to give you that impression?
You're rich?
Well, yeah, but I live in the city. I rarely leave the apartment, and there weren't a lot of opportunities to learn to drive when I was growing up in the night-shrouded Avalon of my youth.
Huh. I guess we could hire
Ethan? Ethan Rivers?
Mrs. Ryan? What are you doing here?
I just found out my brother lives here. I thought he might help me find Lydia. What are you doing here?
You're never gonna believe it, but I just found out your brother lives here, and I thought he might help me find Lydia. Everyone, this is Lydia's mom. Mrs. Ryan, this is Quinn, my girlfriend, and this is Fleur Fountayne.
Hi, Aunt Miranda.
Fleur?
Balthazar's eldest.
Oh. It's very nice to meet you, Fleur. Do you happen to know if your Uncle Alexi is at home right now?
He isn't. I'm sorry.
And where have you been? Why didn't you call, or text, or anything? We all thought you'd been kidnapped, or worse.
I almost was. Fred and I escaped just minutes before our enemies got to the house. I wanted to call Lydia to warn her, but neither of us have cell phones. By the time we were able to stop running and get our bearings, she was already gone. I've been tearing my hair out looking for her ever since. Do you know where my daughter is?
We might.
Please, Ethan. I'll do anything to get my little girl back. Please.
We're actually on our way to look for her right now.
Would it be alright if I went with you?
Your call, Ethan.
I don't know why you're looking at me. I don't know any of these people.
Do you have a car, and can we use it?
Yes, of course.
Great, you're in. Now, let's go blast a hole in the fabric of reality.
For episode 9 of The Disappearances of Lydia Fountayne, the cast was, in order of appearance, A.V. Nobellim, Grant, Tom Harrison, Deadeye Daisy, Max Newland, Rachel Callagher, Manda Whitney, Daniel Orejon, Laura Keegan, Tazziii, Sarah McClintock, Marvin Dee, Emory Daye, Rebecca Forsyth, Magenta Geist, Storm Coleman, Jordan DeVries, Scott Wachter, Neal Heldare, Georges Betancourt, and Robin King. The producer was Nina Gonzalez for Foxpot Media. The sound designer was Dallas Welp. The music was composed by Ghostfully with soundscape by Mellowcode.